This is Cinderella Stories with Ash and Sav. Ash, you were
I'm sick. Can't come in.
last week.
Yeah, so what had actually happened was
Yeah, okay. So like
in the spirit of transparency, so my cousin, who's my favorite person in the world, you know this.
Oh, that's crazy. Saw me.
Well, I hate to see it. It's her 19th birthday coming up in just a few days, and every year we do something for her birthday. So for like Christmas/birthday, I was like, oh, we're gonna go snowboarding at Blue Mountain because I took her for the first time last year. Did she almost die? Yes. Did she love it and want to go back? Absolutely. So we went over and we just spent like a night in Blue and went snowboarding for a day and a half and stuff like that.
Love that for you. Did you know that I've never been ski or snowboarding before?
Do you have interest in going?
Kinda, not really, but kinda.
I
don't have interest in breaking my leg.
Yeah.
But I feel like snowboarding is like the cooler version of skiing.
For sure.
And it's also the more riskier one.
Maybe yes and no. Like I think when you're trying something new and it's like difficult, snowboarding is much more difficult than skiing because skiing's more akin to skating. And I feel like most of us have skated because it's like the stopping motions are the same, like kind of the slaloming and edges are similar.
Okay.
So you actually are more inclined, I think, to go faster when you're skiing, which would make it more dangerous. Whereas snowboarding, like generally speaking, you're not gonna be able to stay up to go fast if you're not at least grasping the concepts a little bit.
Okay.
But for me, when I went last year, it was the first time I had gone since, like almost 10 years, honestly. And you know, like we have the delusional element in our mind where you're like, yeah, I'll just pick that up then and then I'll just do that.
It's like riding bike.
Like the first time I went snowboarding, I went to the terrain park.
What?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is, but it sounds hard.
It's where they have like the rails and the half pipes.
Oh, wow. That's like what I used to play on like Xbox back in the day, whiteout, like freaking going at it. Yeah.
Like, that's how delusional I am. I was like, well, I think I got it. Like how hard could it be?
Just spins
Boys
off the top.
do it. No, I tried to do a board slide on a rail.
If a man can do it, so can I.
And I didn't jump. And the ramp went into the rail and my board hit it and I went face first.
I was gonna say, did you lose a tooth?
No, thank God my shoulder hit the rail, but then I scorpion in the board cracked me in the back of the head.
Bro.
And I was just like pretzel and I was just like, Apri? Just drinks? Should we just maybe do some drinks?
Take me to the ski lodge,
and
please.
then that was kind of the last time I did it.
No kidding.
So it's quite
no kidding. Wow.
So it is quite dangerous, but I had a good time. It just is, it's hard. Like it's harder than you remember as you get older.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
I think there's other things to pick up if you're trying to do something new.
I mean, this past winter, I guess like I've gotten way more into skating. Yeah. So without trying to give away where I exactly live in Toronto.
I was just gonna say the same thing. Don't do it.
Yeah.
There are plenty of skating rinks in Toronto if you want to go dabble.
Actually, there's hundreds of them apparently. Yeah. And so I happen to live not too far from one of the hundreds.
Yeah.
And so I picked up skating more this year.
Okay.
And so I've always like
nice.
been okay. Like I got into it like 6 years ago.
Okay.
Started to kind of learn how to skate again. And then last year I kind of like rejuvenated my mind, but it was towards the end of the winter. Mm-hmm. Now this year I'm like, okay, I know how to skate forwards. I'm getting better at stopping. But now my thing is like, I really want to learn how to reverse skate.
Skate backwards?
I think it's sick. Oh like, it's so cool.
I can help you.
Okay, please.
I used to be a figure skater.
Cinderella Stories on ice. Well, we'll get to the figure skating story that we have today in a little bit because I mentioned it last week. Like I've always wanted to be an ice princess, but no dice. No dice. No dice. Not gonna happen. Okay. There's so much news that happened this week between the WNBA, some drama with like I guess like with everything's happening there with the CBA negotiations. I mean, it's been drama, but like the lore keeps on going. I'm actually excited that we have you back in studio so we could play some more games because last time I got the youths involved and
it just didn't hit the same, did it?
They tried. They really tried their best. I was overestimating their knowledge about hockey maybe a little bit in the spirit of heated rivalry.
That's okay.
They really tried. They really tried their best.
You guys.
We love them. Absolutely.
Keep us afloat.
Yes, absolutely. They also like make fun of us off camera all the time.
Yeah.
So
they definitely have a separate combo about us for sure.
100% separate group chat. Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, so we're going to get into it. So let's do it. So basically the WNBA CBA, oh my goodness. Like it's as if these two islands can't be drifting further and further apart from each other. And now it's just getting disrespectful. Now it started disrespectful first and foremost, but now it's just getting like intolerable. Mm-hmm. And from everything I've seen, everything I've read, there's been just so much friction. And it seems like, based on the player's perspective, that there has just been like a lack of seriousness. Like, be so for real. Like WNBA
like that's their stance?
owners. Yeah. A lack of seriousness from the WNBA side, and almost like, little girl, you don't know what you're really talking about. Let the adults make these decisions for you. And like, they don't even know who they're messing with. You're messing with very smart, articulate women who've been in previous like CBA negotiations. Nneka Ogwumike specifically has come out and said, I was a part of 3 different like CBAs, and this is the most transformative one. So we have to stand on business. We have to make sure we get what we need, not what we want. And because here's the thing, they are aligning on the minor things. Okay, we're talking about like the continuation of chartered flights. We're talking about like the parental support and all that stuff. Okay, those are like semi-minor things. But the major thing, we all know what the crux is here: revenue share. Oh my goodness, it's getting bad. What's your take on this?
It's annoying, honestly. It's kind of the WNBA CBA negotiations at this juncture are kind of like that one couple that keeps breaking up. It's like on again, off again, on again, off. It's just, let me know when you've made a choice. Let me know when you made a decision, whether you're getting married or you're never talking to each other again, block, delete. Yeah. And so that's kind of the stage that we're at. So there was an extension, the third one, I believe, the second or third, that came up and expired on January 9th. They've, instead of extending it again, they've decided to just work in good faith. So that's interesting that the extension was not put into place for an additional time. And Nafisa Collier had made a comment of like, well, we do an extension because it indicates progress. And there hasn't been any progress. So why would we agree to an extension? And to your point about the revenue share, it literally comes down to this. And for those who didn't necessarily pay attention in accounting 101 whenever you had it, grade 11, grade 12, whatever, the stance still continues to be about revenue sharing, as you mentioned, but we're playing a game of net revenue versus gross revenue. So the players want gross revenue, which means they want to take 30% of the revenue before anyone else has played. They're saying pay your employees first. Then when we get our 30%, you take the next 70 and you distribute it amongst the clubs to pay whatever it is that they need to pay. The league wants to share the net revenue. They're reimagining it to say, we're going to deduct all our expenses. We're going to pay all our bills. And then with what's left over, we're willing to share that money with you. I've seen numbers up to 70%. So the players want 30% of gross, and the league wants to give the players 70% of net. That is a big disparity.
Huge.
Forget the numbers 30 and 70, because the 30% is about $10.5 million. The 70% is about $5 million. So even though it's a bigger chunk, 70%, don't get it twisted. The actual amount of money that the players will be getting back in revenue share is about half of what the players are asking for. So when you talk about the islands being so far apart and drifting, that is why it's a $5.5 million variance. And because of this now, and we talked about this a couple weeks ago on the show, because of this now, everything is getting pushed back. Everything is getting delayed. Free agency was supposed to be starting now.
I want to get into that actually a little bit, because like, for those who are still getting caught up, like the Toronto Tempo should have had their team by now. Like basically, like just the majority of their team should have happened by now. And so that's what like the Toronto fans are really missing out on. Like there's so much hype. There's so much, we're all excited for like the first ever WNBA team to happen, like in Toronto, specifically in Canada. And it's getting pushed back because of the collective bargaining agreement. And right now, as it is a standstill, like as you said, like free agency is also the next item to get pushed back. The expansion draft should have happened back in December. Okay. So, you know, we have spokespeople obviously for like Toronto Tempo, like being Teresa, being Monica, everybody, but like we should have had players by now kind of come out.
Yeah, the Valkyrie drafted before free agency hit 2 years ago as well. So free agency is paused right now. And the problem is that teams, because there's no official extension on the CBA, teams are actually required to send qualifying offers to their free agents. But everyone on the PA is instructing all the players to say, hey, don't sign anything, because if you sign a qualifying offer, it could be the dumbest thing you've ever done in your entire career, because those terms would be under the CBA that's in existence.
Imagine you're a WNBA veteran, okay, and you're up for like a free agency. Now, keep in mind, there's only 2 veterans in the league currently that are under contract. The rest of them are free agents, and they lined it up with this year on purpose. That's how smart the players are. But Imagine signing a free agent contract under the current CBA negotiations where the max amount of money is $250K, like $250,000 per year. And right now we're negotiating the millions, okay? That's why you're not going to see any movement, involvement in free agency. That'd be the dumbest thing, as you said.
So
the dumbest
stupid.
thing. Are you dumb? What?
Yeah, that would be tough. So that's the instruction from the PA is like the teams do have to send qualifying offers because there has been no official CBA extension. The players have been instructed not to sign them. And I will also say like it's all about the money and not just in terms of revenue sharing, but also when it talks about expansion, that's like another hot button issue for the players specifically. So if the league is receiving about $750 million for each expansion team and they're adding 3 more, in the next 4 years. 4 years, the next 4 years. That's a lot of money. And the players are saying, hey, this is basketball related income. And so we should get a cut of this as well. That should go into the 30% that we're asking for, the 30% gross that we're asking for. And the owners are saying, no, that money's ours because in conjunction with adding new teams to the mix, our piece of the pie, once the revenue gets distributed, it shrinks because there's more mouths to feed. So again, expansion and revenue sharing are 2 hot button issues. And honestly, like if I hear revenue sharing one more time, and if it were a drinking game where it's like drink every time you hear revenue share, we would both be checked into a 30-day facility in Palm Springs. Like last month, your dry January would have been done. It wouldn't even have started. It would have been like 1 day without a drink. Next day, one day without a drink. 1 day without a drink. Absolutely. So I can't wait for this to be resolved. I think it's going to happen. It has to happen. The league has never missed a game due to labor disruptions in the history of the WNBA. So that's
30 years.
That's a pretty big precedent to not fall in line with. But the players have been very direct in saying that is not a line they're going to cross until they get what they want.
I want to highlight a couple quotes because there's an amazing article actually written by, I want to give her flowers, Katie Barnes. It was in ESPN, and this came out the eve of the collective bargaining agreement expiring, so January 8th. Okay, and it was pointed out that a couple things. She said that the league loves to display all around revenue that we're getting, the amount of viewership that we're getting. That would also be applicable to creating a transformational deal in negotiations, and quite frankly, we haven't seen that. Okay, that was from NECA. NECA said that.
Yep.
ESPN then kind of challenged and said, well, get this. It has been reported that the league has said your proposal would result in a $700 million loss over a certain number of years.
Over the term of the CBA.
Yes, exactly. So basically they're saying, hey, if we went with your style of things, we're going to take $700 million like a loss over the course of the year. So it's still in a deficit.
That projection is just based on their general projections.
But then our girl NECA speaks up because she's a queen and she says, well, first of all, hold up, wait a minute. Inclusive or exclusive of expansion fee payments in that calculation? And then also, have you looked at the franchise valuations these days? Because we could kind of run the numbers on the teams that were sold for $10 million years ago, 6 years ago to be exact, and are worth now $500 million today.
Yeah.
So with the league and teams saying that they're losing money is like saying, this is a direct quote, and I quote, the league and teams saying that they're losing money is like saying their pockets are empty while you're also holding the keys to a brand new Ferrari.
I don't like that analogy because a lot of people are broke because they try to flash cars and houses and they act like they have it all going on and they don't. And that car is like literally, not the bus.
But have you seen the chain though? But I'm iced out. I'm dripped up though. Okay, shout out Peace Collective.
So I know what she's saying. I don't like that analogy because I'm sure there's a number of people. You could probably just walk down.
A lot of brokies.
You could just walk down King West and probably see a lot of people who are pretending their cars
broke.
Who are pretending their car's not leased.
Yep.
And it actually is. So I don't like the analogy. The point is still well made. They are very wealthy owners. And again, that's why expansion, to my earlier point, becomes a factor. So yeah, we'll be watching, but that's where it is. We're still at a stalemate and we just wanted to make sure that you guys had all the information as you try and follow this Young and the Restless type drama.
Absolutely. Another, like, exactly. As we wrap it up, like, she did say also that, like, the billionaire class basically would not be racing to spend $250 million on a new franchise if it wasn't,
if they didn't think,
see the profitability and the upside of it. Come on, be so for real. It's all about the money. Okay, that said, so Ashley sent me a fun game that's been going around the inters of the net.
Stop saying that like you're 65.
The talk of the tick.
Oh my God. It's so embarrassing.
I love it.
I hate it.
And basically it's your 2026 ins and outs, and we're doing basically the women's sports version of it. So we said about, like, I don't know, 5-ish points for ins and 5-ish points for outs each. I think I kind of went a little off the rails, but like
I only did 3.
Okay,
so
perfect.
You went off the rails, I reeled it in. We'll meet in the middle.
Sounds
somewhere.
good.
You want to do your list first?
We could go tick for tack, no?
Okay.
2026
ins Savannah style.
Okay.
That's crazy. Sounds like something for in and out.
Cutting bangs, okay? And, I told you it's going to be my whole personality now. Watch.
No.
Okay. I'd say that, so man, I have so many, where to begin?
Oh, Lord. Oh, no.
Okay. Women's sports as a culture, not a charity case.
Yeah, confirmed.
In,
yes. In rooting for your favorite player, no matter their team. I am not a franchise loyalist. I feel like that's a little bit capitalist of you. Like, what do you mean you're rooting for $1 billion organization instead of the person that you just like? In cheering for just a person, not necessarily being hyper loyal to a team, or not hating a person because they left your team. In.
I've always agreed with that. I was like, listen, there's no such thing as a clean breakup. Like, I don't even care how much closure and like you get. Like, no. There's no such thing.
I don't believe in closure.
I don't believe in closure either. There's no such thing as a clean breakup. So like when your favorite player leaves your team, like that's just a breakup. It's gonna happen.
They just got a new job. It's not that
They
deep.
literally
just got a new job.
They just got a new job. That's so
just
crazy.
Got a new job, guys.
Relax. Probably wasn't even their choice. Like, okay. Storytelling over score lines. This is what I had. Like box scores.
Okay.
Yeah.
In. Not making it weird at a sporting event when your friend takes a massive chomp out of a glizzy. Grow up. It's the best stadium food going, and I feel like people are getting a little, sexualizing it. A hot dog?
Yeah.
Glizzies?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like it's weird. Like, I feel like people are trying to get people on camera.
Just
like,
taking a bite out of their hot dog?
Yeah,
There's no way to not. There's just no way to not.
We all just need to grow up. And like I'm saying it to me as well.
It's a grade 8 boy thing.
In allowing people to have a hot dog in peace in public.
Can I just eat my hot dog in peace, please? Like I'm not gonna do it.
Like it's unfortunate you didn't have to get the foot long. You could have just got the regular.
But the foot long are the best though.
In growing up.
In foot long hot dogs.
In foot long hot dogs. Gobbling a glizzy in peace in public. In.
Okay? In. Okay. Okay. In women in sports media talking about women's athletics.
Okay.
Yeah. Women talking about women.
Okay.
Yep. Love that.
In not being afraid to admit when you don't know ball and someone else does. And asking a question and just getting curious. I think like to your first one where it's like, it's not just something to be cool. It's not just a movement. It's not just a moment. It's like something that's like actually here to stay. It's ingraining itself in the sport culture slowly but surely. So being intimidated by learning about women's sports, it's a lot to learn. There's different leagues, there's different players, there's different sports. Like it can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
So not being afraid to be like, yeah, I don't really know about that. Like someone tell me, or seeking out that information.
Yeah.
I
like that. I like that a lot. Yeah. Okay, this is also a bit of like a nod to what we do at Cinderella Stories, where we always talk about like women's sports without guardrails. But media that doesn't explain women's sports like it's a police report or a bedtime story.
Okay.
Just like say your opinion. Say it loud, say it proud, say it with your chest. Like have some thoughts. Be funny. Dare I say have fun. Yeah. Like, yeah. In.
Okay.
And now with that said, let's get into the outs.
Out, clout. Okay.
Clout.
Out, clout. Out, bangs.
Well, look at that.
Anyway, we're taking headband sponsors.
Yeah, imagine.
No, I love your bangs. Okay. I only have 3, so you go first.
Okay. Pay gaps justified with numbers, but no marketing spend.
Okay.
Yep. I'll start with that one.
Okay. Out for me, former players stealing broadcast jobs. Listen, This one's about self-preservation.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go be inspiring to the next generation. Go be generous with the wealth that you've accumulated. Go find a hobby somewhere else.
I'm crying.
Out.
You know what's funny? Because I had that as my athletes telling their own stories.
That's different than broadcasting.
Fair.
You could tell your own story.
Fair.
You can own the narrative if you want to, but like, bro.
Athletes in podcasting.
Sure.
Yeah.
Great.
In. Love it.
As the athletes on the broadcast.
All right. Okay. Out. Asking athletes better questions off camera than on air.
Okay. I think, so this is actually the biggest thing for me. I think there's so many people that get so intimidated in a scrum situation where they're afraid to ask the question that they really want to because it's not seen as like the right question, even though it's something that interests you or you have a specific angle of a story and you don't have time to explain why you're asking it.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1,000% agree.
Yeah.
1,000%. Out. Only men in the booth. Only men in the booth. Out. For the first time in my career, when I did the inaugural AFC Toronto game at BMO Field during the beginning of the NSL season, it was the first time I could not throw back to the booth saying, guys, because it was Signa Butler and it was Amy Walsh. It's always two guys in the booth, at least in my experience. I think it's changing a little bit now.
No, it's the majority of the time
we're seeing a little bit more, but like that is my dream, to be unable to be like, guys. Also out for young reporters, throwing back to the booth, saying anything. To me, it's a clean layout. To me, I finished the sentence and they had 42 points.
Period.
That's it.
I changed my style.
I lay out, I don't throw back, and I think that's the more professional way to do it.
Yeah, I started by throwing back to the booth, but then towards the end, like of my sideline stuff, like I just cleaned out. Like I just feel like
you just gotta lay out.
Yeah, it's just tighter that way, I think too. Okay. Out for me, this is actually drives me crazy. And no joke, I was on TikTok and this girl who literally, and she has a big platform, slandered the WNBA back in the pandemic. Okay. Like they're at a loss. They're this, they're that. Like fair enough. Like the finances were not financing at the time, but she had nothing positive to say, like at all about the WNBA, the impact, the social, the culture, nothing. Why did I see her post, hey guys, I'm at a WNBA game. I love the WNBA. Da, 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 da. So that got me heated to the point where I was almost going to make a video calling her out for that. I screen recorded everything, so I have the receipts. Bandwagoning women's sports like you have always been a fan. Oh my gosh. It's okay to get on the train now. I'm okay with that. But don't pretend like you just have ownership of the space because you just discovered it. There's something about that doesn't sit right with me.
I disagree. I 100% disagree. I think for 2026 is allowing people to change their mind as they garner more information.
There's nothing wrong with that for me. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's just the performativeness. And I have that on here. I have performative allyship.
Okay.
I think you're only a fan because it's trendy. I think I'm seeing more of that case than I do believe that, like, no, you actually care. You genuinely care. Like, I don't see.
But so here's the only thing I would say. If you want the WNBA in particular, since we're using this example, but if you want women's sports to be like growing and be treated like other sports where you can be criticized and critiqued and you can be funny and you can kind of just like have fun with it, there has to be a place for all of that because that's how regular sports are.
And it's
people
okay
jump on and jump off and then they're in and then they're out. So I don't know. I think that there has to be a little bit more room for it because I think for the longest time, like, people were so protective about women's sports, the W in particular, that there was no room for people to be curious or ask questions or make mistakes and then like come back and it's fine.
And all that is fine. I'm okay with that. Like, it's not like we're not going to be like, was it misogynistic and be like, oh, you WNBA fan? Who won the championship back in 1999? Like, we're not asking for that. Like, it's okay to be a casual sports fan. But for me, it's almost like like I said, the performativeness or the pretending of like, oh, I've always been, and I just bought a Caitlin Clark jersey and like, you can't tell me nothing. Like, that's the part that doesn't sit with me right.
We see that a lot with people trying to work into them.
Exactly. And that's where I'm also getting at too, is like, it's also, I think even more aside from the casual fans, like the reporters and people who are the writers that have traditionally only covered male sports. But since like in WNBA specifically, Caitlin Clark's emergence or whatever, like they all of a sudden they want to go down and like write an article or two. And I get it. Maybe it's assigned by your editor, your chief of staff, whatever. But like, there's just something that's like not sitting with me right when
there's people that have been doing it on like their own dime in a lot of cases.
And then also,
I know it's a big thing with photographers,
female, like the women's agents going to male reporters to break the news
stories. Yeah,
it's like, why can't you go to the people who are already in the space from time? We have a lived. It's because the platform. I get it. It's the platform.
Because 2026 clout over community.
But then clout over community. But then like, what's a retweet? What's a retweet or like a repost or whatever? Like, you know, okay, like, you know, Ramona, whatever, or whoever Alex, she could break the story, but then gets a retweet by like Shams or something. You know, like what's that? Like, why can't we just do that?
Yeah.
Hey, anyways, that's why I'm out with that.
My final out of 2026 is brand collabs that simply slap a logo on and are acting like this is something revolutionary or like official, trying to make it official team gear. Where is the style? Where's the panache? Where's the vision? I want to see collabs that make sense. I want to see collabs that give us something different. I don't want to just see, oh, we have this collab and it's this logo on something that already existed. Like we didn't put any forethought into making it like new or interesting. Out.
Yeah, that's good.
Out. Because there's a lot of money now in the women's sports space, merch space.
So I've heard.
And the women have a lot of disposable income. So make us good stuff. Make us good stuff. We're looking for quality.
Shout out Peace Collective.
And quality.
Peace Collective. They I love how they actually, okay, no joke. This is now like a freaking shout out, but like they actually do it right. Like how they blend culture in with like women's sports. Like I'm actually obsessed with their merch. And they've also like, they've been on it. This is not even like a shout out. Like
they get busy. They work busy. Quick.
I've covered them in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're really good with it. But
shout out Catherine.
Shout out Catherine for that. Okay. Also out, posting women's sports during March and Olympic years. Like only posting women's sports during March and Olympic years, I should say.
Okay.
Should be all 4 years. Every year.
Every year. Yeah. It should be the full cycle.
Full cycle.
Okay.
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 Do you have any more outs?
No.
Okay. Treating women's sports like developmental side quests. Like, you know, like there's like, especially when they're new and emerging. To your point earlier with the booth, but it's kind of similar, but like having panels with 0 women discussing women's sports.
Yeah. Or just hosting.
And I
shouldn't say just hosting. I should say only hosting, only being a host.
Yep, agreed. And then calling it niche while doing absolutely nothing to grow it. I just find it funny. Oh, and then the best one is kind of like, this is so inspiring, but there's actually no real coverage attached to it.
Well, there was one coach, D1 UCLA, I think it was. So UCLA coach calls out missing media after ranked women's basketball game. So Corey Close, she said there was one reporter at their game on December 28th. And so to your point, in telling actual stories and out, like just giving stat lines.
Yeah.
You can't do that if you're not there because you're not talking to anybody. You're not getting information. You're not chasing anything. You're not building relationships. And so that was her whole thing, is like, she was saying that you have to have a broader view of growing the game. If you're really going to appreciate it, the reality is Caitlin Clark has risen to a level and a fan base that has broadened it and deepened it. And we're all benefiting from it. But let's build each other up. And I think that's the case where there is no bad publicity or bad exposure. So she was basically saying that she's frustrated because there was a ranked game. It was against Ohio State. UCLA is number 4. Ohio State is 18. UCLA won by 7 points. And there was one reporter there.
Oh.
So
what?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's things like that where it's like, okay, again, to your point, the investment needs to be there, which means finding money to send a reporter, finding money to have someone freelance there.
I will say there's lots of industry cuts these days. Like,
no, it's
it's actually serious.
It's conflicting interests.
Yeah.
It's conflicting interests for sure.
I will say though, this is going to sound crazy, but like there has been games on the road specifically when I was covering the Raptors that I was the only reporter in the room. So that's not like
it's across the board.
Yeah, it is a bit more across the board than is just specific to the situation. Although like a ranked game in a men's NCAA tournament, I would argue would get at least a couple of reporters out there.
Yeah.
So
Beth Harris, an AP journalist, responded to the post talking about Close and was like, there was a freelance person covering that game today. I can't speak to their whereabouts during the post game, but I appreciate Corey Close noticing. So for whatever it's worth.
Okay.
Anyway, ins and outs, 2026.
Right. That's cool.
That's what we're watching.
Love that. All right. Well, I feel like this has been really cathartic. I thank you for this therapy session. For our listeners. I guess like that said, also to anybody watching whatever, tell us what your sports ins and outs are, specifically women's sports, of course. But like, what are your sports ins and outs? What do you love? What do you hate? What needs to go? What would you like to see brought back? Maybe even. So yeah.
Yeah. In retro jerseys, like the mesh ones that are cropped.
Oh, those
from
are
Champion,
so cute.
Specifically from like Champion.
Those are so cute.
They're kind of giving wrestler, but I love that about them, to be honest.
Forever out, low cut jeans.
Okay.
Forever out.
So
hate them.
My cousin, my aforementioned cousin who I played hooky with last week, was showing me a video and she's like, look how low these pants are. And I was like, girl, those aren't even that bad.
Yeah.
Like when we were growing up, you couldn't sit down without your thong showing.
Facts.
Like there was no way around it.
No.
Your thong was going to show. And that's why I believe strongly that the thong up on the hips with the low rise came into fashion for a hot moment there.
Had to.
Because it was like,
necessity.
Might as well make it on purpose.
It was necessity.
I might as well make it on purpose. Literally, like if you had a little bit of ass also with a low rise, you're done. You're done. You're done for. You basically had to get a Brazilian wax to wear your pants to school.
Literally. Literally.
That's actually how low they were.
Facts.
It was like a 1-inch inseam.
Lord forbid that you had something of a stomach too, girl.
The zipper was like, done.
No,
it's
literally
up.
it was like,
it's up.
Yeah. Bruh. And the pockets, don't get me talking about women's pants pockets, okay? You can't put nothing
Mine didn't even have pockets.
Bro, they're basically leggings. Like they're jeggings. Forever out.
Shout out to my
forever out
15-year-old body that allowed me to wear a pair of low-rise jeans that had no button, just a zipper. Because girl, today I would be put on some kind of list like, ma'am, please stay away from any schools.
Can I say that it was so on the same vein, skinny jeans, right? Yeah. So like the low rise was a moment, but they're almost like low rise boot cut. Yeah. But then
flare.
Yeah,
like ultra flare. Mm-hmm.
Which I back when they were happening, I did like I love a boot cut. I used to love a boot cut, but then it got into like the skinny jeans, right? Like complete pew. And I had I had a moment because they were high rise skinny jeans. Had so much trouble finding them as a tall woman. Mm-hmm. Literally had to go to American Eagle. Sydney Sweetie campaign, never. But had to go to American Eagle to go get them in the tall girl size. Yeah. Found a bunch, bought a bunch, spent hundreds of dollars probably on a couple pairs. Yeah. And then when they came out of style, mortified. I was like, I just bought these.
You should just keep them. They'll come back in.
So I thought about that.
Especially if
But then I live in Toronto in a box of a condo.
Yeah. But in your parents' house.
I know.
That's what parents' garages are for, bro.
No, but my parents
yell at me every time.
will throw out. My mom will throw out anything.
Oh.
Everything gone.
Okay.
Clearance.
Have you seen His and Hers?
No.
On Netflix?
No.
Okay, we'll circle back next week.
Okay.
Speaking of moms.
All right.
Anyway.
Okay, so you found an article that was really good. I think it was you found it on Instagram. Would you like to set it up for us? It's kind of along the lines of coaching.
Okay, so yeah, I came across a story on a women's sports Instagram page, and again, it's not something to be taken lightly. I'll start off with that. It's just a former Colgate women's lacrosse player. She filed a lawsuit alleging that the university failed to protect her and other athletes from an abusive coaching environment. So she filed the lawsuit alleging that the university had failed to protect them against Kathy Taylor, who was the former head coach. She was there for 4 years. The allegations include overtraining athletes to the point of injury, forcing players to compete injured or ill, treated injuries as moral failures, and encouraged players not to get surgery if they were injured and they could still play, but the surgery would keep them out, and encouraged them not to get medical treatment. 20 players left the program during her 4 to 5 year tenure.
Is it bad that I say that's actually not surprising? That's not a high number for me.
20?
Yeah. Over 4 years?
Yeah. So 4 or 5 a year. 4 to 5 years. Okay. I mean, and like they decided to put a lawsuit in. And again, I think we're sitting here, there's other allegations that like 3 players tried to commit suicide as a result of like crazy. The treatment. And so that's not what we're minimizing. And I'm interested to see how this story actually plays out, because when Taylor left, her thing was like, the program's in perfect health. The university supported her, and they kind of washed their hands of it until this lawsuit came. And now we're kind of back in it. Her name's Amelia Cunningham. She graduated and then she filed the lawsuit. But I want to talk about playing while injured, trying to sacrifice your body, your soul for the W, for the team, for the culture, and just how sports has normalized that to such a degree. And we have a bit of differing viewpoints on this. So I'll let you step in. And again, we're not making light of the situation that's happening at Colgate, but it's an overarching issue where you are expected to play hurt. And if you don't, it's not even just your coaches that are disappointed in you. Yeah. Like I've been pissed at teammates too. Of course. Where I'm like, are you hurt or are you injured? Are you dead or are you dying? Yeah. Is it broke or are you bleeding? Yeah. Like what are we doing here? Facts. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I think so like just even for my own disclaimer too, like I absolutely take the Colgate situation very seriously. And like I've talked about this on one of our first episodes that like I had a friend that committed suicide at Northwestern. And so like I take mental health and like obviously there's obviously more to the story. There's so much variety of factors. It's probably not just the coach. It could be external factors as well. Of course, these girls are saying there's attempted, but like, you know, once again, there's usually a whole ecosystem around it. But that said, very serious situation, and don't take athletes being hurt like lightly at all. That said, I will say where I stand on this in terms of the general point of playing injured. I will say this. Overall, it's a no for me, dog, but I say that with caution because there's a clean line, and I will say the clean line is pain versus damage. Okay. That's my clean line here. So to I guess, I don't know, make light of this, and you can buzz me if you want, but load management wins championships. Okay. I see it that as long as you can play through pain, but the pain is not causing long-term like structural damage to your body, I think that it's okay to like play through some pain, but overall you should rest. Like absolutely you should take like maybe a grade 2 ankle sprain seriously before it gets to a grade 3, like a whole entire tear, you know? I do kind of believe in the just tape it up. Like if it's minor,
put some spit on it and get back in there. Yeah. Like smack your
butt and get out back in there. Kid, like come on now. But yeah, so that's kind of where so like soreness, bruises, you know, mild sprains, strains, like that's fine. What you shouldn't play through, I think, is anything that compromises stability, strength, tissue health. I say this with my very much broke up knee, as I literally broke bones. People don't even realize that. Like I didn't tear my ACL, guys. I broke my tibia and my kneecap. Like the bones broke.
She got cracked.
I got completely cracked by my own teammate. By my own teammate. Illegal box out. This girl, Haley's laughing. Haley's like, I can't take this seriously.
There was about 70 moments where you could have just.
Can't take her seriously. Okay, all right. Anyway, that's where I draw the line to make it even more sexual for you, because you can't get enough of this.
I am celibate. What about I can't get enough of it? I am. Do you see how high this cardigan goes?
Listen, what do you think is that? You and me both over here. Okay, look at this. Look how high this hoodie is. Okay, I'm over here like this. Bro. Hoodie salve right now. We're hoodie salve right now. Okay, like, trust me. Same girl. Same. Okay, but. Maybe that's why.
I'm deceased.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, anyways, I'll rest my laurels in this point. Basically, you can't push it too far, because suck it up will eventually become meet my surgeon. Like that's where I see it.
So I think, and again, there's levels to it, right? I believe that there's a clear distinction between female athletes and women who have been competitive for their entire careers and the expectations that they put on themselves and the fact that they don't want to sacrifice their hard work because of an injury. They don't want their body to hold them back for something that they're mentally prepared for. That's in column A. In column B are women and girls who have played sports, but maybe it's been at a more casual level. Maybe they don't care about it as much. They do it for the social element. They do it to get some exercise. It's not something that they live, breathe, and die by. Maybe they're not the kind of people that are tossing tables during family Uno because they got asked to pick up 6. Like there's 2 very different types of people, right? And so I think one of the reasons that sometimes I've seen the more recreational or the less experienced athletes kind of pull themselves sooner than someone like myself may, or someone like yourself, or a more competitive athlete, is because there hasn't been that pipeline of like learning what you can and can't play through. There hasn't necessarily been that pipeline of understanding and pushing your limits to know, oh, I actually can do this.
Yeah.
Your point about damage versus pain remains exceptionally true, and especially now that there are ways to mitigate pain.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want people getting addicted to the pills. Hello, the NFL. But
NHL.
All of the Chells.
The Chells.
All of the N's. The H's and the L's. But like, I think that there's a distinction where it's like, this is something that is a learned behavior, and toxic or not, it's just been the way that it is.
Yeah.
So just because something's been done one way for ages, it doesn't mean that it's right. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that there's a mental element to put into practice of overcoming discomfort. And that comes from a coach yelling at you.
Yep.
That comes from different ways to be motivated. And that comes from saying, hey, yeah, my ankle is pretty fucked up right now. Can I play? Sure. Is it going to help the team, or am I going to be a liability? Also a factor.
Yep.
And just understanding like your body, what it has gone through, what it can sustain, and then going from that point forward. But back to Mrs. Taylor over here, if you're having to coerce or guilt or whatever other untoward tactics you're taking to make sure that your girls do play, that is not an appropriate situation. That is not good leadership.
Yeah.
And I feel like Cara Lawson talks about it a lot, where she's like, listen, we're trying to build strong basketball players, excellent athletes, but a coach's job really is to build an amazing person.
Yes.
And help shape an amazing individual, whether that's men's or women's sports, point blank period. That has no gender. And
Yeah.
so if you're in a position where you're teaching somebody like untoward and malicious ways to get what you want because it's going to make you look better, it's in your personal benefit, okay, then that's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say to that point too, that like, I think, and this is a bit of a general sentiment, but like how much more emphasis we've put on mental health in the past, like even 5 years.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure. After the pandemic,
I literally,
particularly.
like people were like going crazy.
Well, and the kids are in shambles.
Yeah.
I will say this from like my own personal standpoint. I'm a college professor. I worked at CSM, the College of Sports Media, and I worked at Seneca College. And the amount of kids that I had crashing out, crying, just generally going through it, isolated, alone, not sure what they're doing with their lives, like feeling very much abandoned by community. It was almost like a weekly occurrence.
Yeah. See?
A weekly occurrence.
Yeah.
And this is boys and girls coming to me, just a mess.
That's crazy.
So
yeah.
The focus and priority on mental health is definitely needed, but it was precipitated by the isolation the pandemic provided.
100%. But I like, so as someone who's played like university sports before the pandemic, before the emphasis on mental health, like I remember like not even just like with my team, but like the across the board with teams, like they just didn't really take it like that seriously. Like, oh, you know,
like how bad is it? Can she go
like
or not?
how bad? Literally,
can she go or not is the question.
Yeah, like, oh, like, do you need a day off? Like it was kind of like, okay, like, and what do I do with this information? Okay, you're depressed. Like, what does that mean? So you can still play though, right? Like it was like,
no, movement is good for you.
Yeah, right.
They say it helps with depression. You want to get moving. You want to be active. It's
right.
Like, well,
you see.
Yeah, the thing is,
like, I don't want to do it. And so like, and like also not to mention like the pressures of being a student athlete, like maintaining your grades and like, yeah. And like being a good person. I remember, at least at, TMU, I can't speak for the rest of the schools in Canada, but I remember that there was like mandatory community hours basically that you had to do.
Okay.
Where like you had to like, I can't remember what they called it, but kind of like volunteer. And it was fine. Like, whatever. It was good in spirit. But like, it did add like another thing to your plate.
Yeah.
There's also, if you're like in the earlier years, there's mandatory study hall hours. Now, here's myself. I was always like a relatively good student. Like, I wasn't like genius over here. Hence why I have a podcast now.
We seen your picture with the glasses. We seen what we needed to see.
So when I was on Dean's List. But anyway, I don't study well. I do not study well at a desk. Like, I am like anything but a desk. Like, literally, I actually hate a desk. I do.
Where did you study?
Literally, I would study
like the floor,
on the floor, like pillow floor, like me on my laptop, like like reading anything, or like
what?
I have a swing chair, like at my condo, like the hammock.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, the hammock. Yeah, and like I will like on my laptop, like in my hammock, like my cat sitting beside me, like literally, like I will have.
You should be thanking whichever Lord you pray to that you don't have a little hunch in your back. Yeah, like that we don't have a bulbous neck.
No, because when you're standing up in a gym for the majority of your job, like
no, you should be
it does counterbalance, you know. But anyways, but yeah, no, I was like a floor worker. So
grounding. She believes in grounding.
Ground me.
But yeah, honestly, I just think like no one ever had to tell me that stuff. I was always like, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Like I was one of the players that probably needed protection for myself, to be honest with you. I probably need intervention in the opposite way, where it's like they need to be like, someone steal her left sneaker because she shouldn't be out there probably.
Yeah. Give her a break. Like, hey, chill. I wonder how they like gauge now, if they even gauge, if there's even like measurable, like.
That's why it's tough.
Yeah. Things so like, hey, I feel like you might need a rest day. Like, how do you measure someone's mental health and capacity other than like, you know, a full blown crash out and someone's getting bangs all of a sudden? Like literally, like, how do you measure a crash out? Savannah, do you need time off?
So
I'm good. I promise I'm good.
I'm glad you brought it up.
With that said, actually, I wanted to talk to you about something.
And it becomes really tough. And I think that's what like any person in a position of leadership when they're dealing with kids or like youth or young adults is like struggling with, because it's like the way that you were raised, the things that you were raised on aren't necessarily gonna work now, aren't necessarily gonna be accepted now, but like who's to determine that?
Yeah. And there's team psychologists. I don't want to like degrade like the value of a team psychologist, but I will say like we had a team psychologist at TMU, and like first of all, like maybe it's because like they didn't think I needed her, but like I never really saw her ever.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really even realize she was even much of a resource.
Well, and let's be so for real. Like a D1 university in the States, men or women's sports, like you think that the like team psychologist is going to outweigh the head coach?
No, literally. And I've heard of cases.
Like,
and
shut the hell up, Carol.
I know of cases where it was supposed to be a confidential conversation with this team psychologist. And it wasn't.
Yeah.
They go, swoop, back door.
Yeah, it's giving shady.
Yeah.
Anyway, protect yourself if you need to. Protect your kids. Protect your athletes.
Yeah.
All of the above.
Yeah, facts. Okay.
Finally.
Amber Glenn?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so Amber Glenn. Okay, we get to the Ice Princess part of our show. I'm so excited for this because this was more honestly like new information for me. And I know that Amber Glenn has been around for a while. Like it's not like she's new to this. She's actually potentially going to be the oldest Olympian for figure skating for Team US in over like about a century.
Yeah.
If she qualifies, which is very likely, for the Winter Olympic Games coming up next month. So she just set a new record at the US Figure Skating Champions for the short program score. And keep in mind, she's already a 2-time defending champion. She teared up. Her score was 83.05, which was amazing. She actually pulled off a flawless opening triple axel.
She's like the 4th woman to do a triple axel, I think.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And man, I wish in another life I would have done that.
Maybe that's what you should do. You should do figure skating lessons.
I really should.
I have adult figure skating lessons.
I have figure skates. I never bought the hockey skates for casual skating. I have figure skates.
Dude, you should do figure skating lessons.
I probably
that should be your
should.
2026 side quest.
Maybe I will before. Well, I don't know if I have time, but we'll see. Okay, she's also set to be the first out queer woman at the U.S. Olympic figure skating for the U.S. She's also set to be the first out queer woman on the U.S. Olympic figure skating team. On top of that, she's actually pansexual. If you don't know what that is, just look it up real quick. But typically, from my knowledge, attracted to all genders, but you're not really particularly interested in one gender. It's kind of like the person of who they are, like your personality, like really attractive personality.
Yeah.
And she's also she's just freaking cool. Like I think I said everything. And she openly talks about body dysmorphia, and body positivity, because she, I guess, even like following this like championship win and this record breaking performance, there was a fan that even came up to her, and at first they didn't clarify like what the comment was, but at first she thought that the comment was like a compliment, being like, "Wow, girl, like so thick," like, you know, like, "Oh, like you're so thick," like probably like that. But then it turned out to be more like actually a slight. And she thought about it after, like, wait a minute, that wasn't even a compliment. Wait, that was a backhand. Like, so she talks about body positivity because obviously in figure skating, like, there's a certain type of look that
you're tiny.
You gotta be tiny. You gotta be young, un petite. Like, yeah, no.
So I think figure skating is one of those sports when the Olympics come around that everyone just flocks to, because it's something that they can't even imagine doing, particularly in Canada or even other cold weather countries where a lot of people skate. I'd say mostly everybody skates or has tried skating. And so whether you're good or bad, and no matter how good you are, you see the things that these athletes are doing and you're like, I can't imagine flinging myself 6 feet into the air to complete a triple axel, a triple sow cow, a double lutz, a combination. Like, even the way they're spinning with their corkscrews, like, it gives me motion sickness watching them sometimes. I tried to do a little 1-2 on the Rideau Canal in Ottawa the other day. First of all,
free for trying.
Okay, I can skate. Let me just preface it by saying I can skate. My edges are nice. Okay, I was a figure skater. I played hockey afterwards. That track was beat up.
Oh, okay.
It was as if me and you tried to make a backyard pond without watching any YouTube video. Like, what do you, I don't know. Okay. Sounds good. Give it a shot. Legit. Like, it was brutal. Like, there was scratches and cuts all on the surface. There was snow. There was puddles because it was like a warmer day, which I was thankful for because, like, I don't want to be out there freezing my ass off.
How did you not fall through?
Oh, because it's not that. It's like still frozen. Okay. It's just like the top level is like slushy. Okay. So I was backwards skating and I was like, okay, like arms out, like your regular position before you maybe like turn. And I was going to do like a little spin or something. I'll provide the footage. I don't give a shit. I'll run the tape, Evan. And then I caught an edge and I was like, oh, and I like went down. I was like, ah, like I fell on my butt. I was going backwards. Okay. Fell on my butt, like held my head up so I didn't crack my head on the ice and was like, like SpongeBob, everything's in a circle. And then actually though, my lore for this weekend is that I put it on my Instagram story because I have no shame. I don't care. Like, you should show your wins and losses. I think it's important that everyone knows that like Instagram isn't real. It's a highlight reel. So like, I fell, I ate shit, whatever. I got up, it was fine. But I was like, as if Tessa Virtue has never caught an edge. Please.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. Please. Yeah, literally.
No, but why did Tessa DM me?
Did she? Tessa DM'd you?
Why did my girl Tessa DM me?
This weekend?
Yeah, she replied to my story.
No way.
Yes.
Was she following you before?
No.
Wait, so you was like, did you go viral or something?
No, I just put it in my story and I tagged her and then she responded. Crying
because, you know, she's retired. She got time.
I was like, as if at Tessa Virtue has never da-da-da. And she was like, hold on, let me find it. I was so gagged.
Receipts on the screen, please.
Yeah. No, I was like swooning. So she said, haha, I did indeed, ... but never so gracefully. I was like, wait, I'm gagged. I'm honored. I love you. She's like, heart. Anyway, best friends.
Okay, well, bestie, come on our show, Cinderella Stories. Anyway, casually obsessed with you.
Me and Tessa Virtue, we go together real bad.
Yeah.
Real bad.
I remember when she used to say that about me, Tessa.
Uh-oh. But yeah, so I tried my best, but I think figure skating always catches the attention of everybody because it's like so beautiful. And then like Tessa and Scott were like such a moment.
That was the moment.
Michelle Kwan was obviously an icon in and of herself. So Amber Glenn is the first American woman since Michelle Kwan to win 3 consecutive U.S. national titles. Michelle did it in 2003 to 2005. Yeah. So she's primed for something really special, but I was dying because it's like, if you mentioned it, like if she's on the team, she would become the oldest U.S. Olympic member of the team in a singles skater. Yeah. Girl, she's 26.
26. Yeah, that's crazy.
She's 26. I was like, oh my God. She's like a 32-year-old queen. Okay, shout out geriatric pregnancy type energy. You know how I'm saying?
That's crazy.
It's still young, but it is what it is. That's what they call it medically.
Yeah, facts.
26.
26 is the oldest in like about a century for U.S. figure skating. That's crazy.
26.
But I'm thinking she got that grown woman strength. She got that power. I'm cheering for her.
For sure. All the other girls are gonna be like, hag. She's like, I'm 26. She's like, I just can rent a car.
She's with like Gen Alphas right now.
I can just rent a car.
Bro, that's true.
Just now.
Because it's like 25 rent a car.
I think so in the States.
Something like that.
She's like, I just got my first car rental. You're like, yeah, you old bitch.
Like, so the Gen Z is going to feel old from the Gen Alphas basically coming up right behind her.
Insane. But yeah, we wish you well. Amber will be cheering for you.
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
I won't be, but I'll be hoping you do well.
Yeah, I hope you do well, but not better than the Canadians.
But not first place.
Yeah. And Tessa, oh my God, Tessa Scott, we miss you. Oh, I miss them so much.
Okay, so their lore now is that like they finally came out and like talked a little bit more about their relationship because now that they're dating other people or married to other people, Tessa's with Morgan Riley. I don't know who Scott's with.
Yeah.
But they were like really reluctant to like talk about it because it was like people were making it uncomfortable for their partners. Because like imagine like we've all been in relationships where there's like that girl or that guy. It's like the guy they told you not to worry about. The guy they told you not to worry about.
Don't worry about him, babe.
And so from Tessa's standpoint, I imagine it's like whether it's her husband now or someone else. Like she was with Scott for so long. It's like, no, don't worry about him. Like, oh, he's a figure skater. He's like gay, right? Like, no, like he's a super straight, but he's like we're not into each other like that. He's like, but he like has his hand like for a lift.
Yeah, right? Just cash.
In your low-rise jeans.
In the low-rise?
In your low-rise? Don't squeeze it. Ew.
As if you wouldn't. As if you wouldn't.
HR, hello. But like, so everyone's like, everyone shipped them. Everyone's like, be together. We love you. They must be in love. How can you do an ice dance like that if you're not in love with the person that you're dancing with? And they're like, honestly, we low-key hate each other. It's like siblings. Like it's brother-sister energy. It's like one day it's like, I love this man. I couldn't be here without him. Next day it's like, did you steal my bejazzled top? Is that my goddamn tank top with
my tights?
Is that my fucking?
Did you use my hairspray?
No, literally. Like, is that my fucking Vera Wang? Because you're stretching it. You're stretching the mesh.
I swear that's my Labubu on your bag.
No, exactly. So anyway, we love you, Tessa, and figure skating is one of my favorite Olympic events.
Yeah,
I used to watch it all the time. Obviously, I was a figure skater. Like they did kick me out though, but whatever.
Yeah, no, and like the Russian figure skaters are crazy. Like they're so competitive. Everyone's so competitive.
Everyone is. Anyone,
so
honestly, anyone who's doing an individual sport is built different. They are super locked in. Like imagine it's just you versus you.
People crazy.
I think I told you this before. People always told me that like I don't want to go to the gym. Like I hate going to the gym. It's like you got to just go. It's like you versus you. I'm like I don't care. Like either way, one of us is winning, me versus me. Like we're still on top. I want to like beat
the couch potato me is still winning, or like the me in the gym is still winning.
Like it is what it is. Like I have body dysmorphia in the other way. I like think I look good regardless, and then I like go to put on a pair of pants, and I'm like, it must have been the washer. I think I dried it on high for 45 minutes. It's denim, it'll stretch out.
You gaslight the washing machine.
Yeah, I gaslight myself about it. I'm just like, I still look good. Like I like this. Da, 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 da.
The dryer did it.
And then I'm like, wait. Why did I rip the liner of that blazer when I tried to reverse park? I need to have a serious talk with myself.
I sit down,
which is why you should go to the gym and feel the best about yourself. But I want to compete with someone. Like I want to go to the gym with someone and be like we like push each other.
And you know what's funny? I'm the opposite. I am a me versus me person. And actually, that's actually why I actually wish I played an individual sport growing up, not basketball.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, because I wish I did tennis or something like that.
Yeah.
I really wish I did tennis. Like that would have been Nadine's, our youth is nodding her head. She's like,
But do you think that's because you were so tied to your twin for everything that you were looking for an opportunity to branch out on your own where you had your own identity?
I love the deep psychology here. Not per se. Not per se. I think in my my family, like, cause like I come from a crazy basketball lore family, whatever. Talk about that. So it's kind of a given that I was going to play basketball, but like, you know, tennis was actually something that my dad wanted to put me in before basketball, but tennis is so expensive. And when you have a twin, you got to share the costs. And so like double the cost is just the math's not mathing. Exactly. And so, and not to mention I have like 2 other siblings on top of that.
Yeah.
But I want to play tennis. And I still might like try to like take a lesson or whatever, but like, I feel like I would have been really good at it. Like,
your serve would have had some nasty torque on it based on your length, honestly.
This wingspan is 6'4".
That's what I'm saying.
This is crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm built.
You've been like Milos Raonic in that
right?
bitch.
I'm like, but like, no, but I would say like, I hate, my rant here actually, Sav mini crash out. I hate running with people. Like I hate the idea of doing a marathon. I will do a marathon length just by myself. Because I don't like the feeling of being next to somebody. I hate it when people want to talk to me when I'm running.
I don't think they're trying to talk during a marathon.
No, well, like, It depends if you do it for fun with somebody like beside you, or if
but
you
obviously don't want to.
No.
So
no, and I also just don't like
someone?
people beside me, period. I'm like claustrophobic. I'm like, yo, get away from me. Like, and then like also, I don't like training with people. I don't like training with people. I love individual training.
I don't like anyone beside me.
The only time I train with somebody is if it's a personal trainer. That's it.
She's rich.
No,
she's not rich.
No. Sponsor our podcast, please, so I can bring back my personal trainer.
Yeah, Myo Detox. Sponsor us.
But no, like I much prefer training alone. I just get way more locked in. I listen to my music, I'm in the zone, and I'm good. Like, yeah, I get more annoyed when I'm training with somebody. So that's my lore.
Hates people. Savannah Hamilton, noted people hater, noted bang getter.
You thought that I liked people in the first place? That's crazy.
No, I didn't. I'm just proud of you for saying it out loud.
Thank you. People don't really like, I'm an extroverted introvert, really.
Just so you know, if she's ever gone for a coffee with you, she didn't mean it. She hated every second of it. She hated every drop.
I have to leave my house. What are you talking about?
She hated every crumb
I'm a hermit
of your biscotti. She hated the way you chewed. She hated the way you looked and laughed.
I'm judging everything.
She wrote it in her burn book.
Chat GPT.
Okay, you have to stop that.
No.
Key.
In Chat GPT.
There's somebody, I just heard this gossip online, which like in gossip 2026. Whatever, I don't care. It's how we pass each other's stories along. And they were saying that there's like a noted celebrity from TV whose like best friend, in all honesty, is Chat, and like knows it's weird.
So it's me,
and then still like does it.
Oh, okay. But like, who's a celebrity? I feel like I can relate.
They didn't give the name. They like talked about it secretly.
So whatever.
No,
whatever. I don't see a problem with that.
You know what that is? You're about to be an episode of Black Mirror.
It's already out.
It's sponsored by inspired by real events.
ChatGPT is just like so resourceful. It's like, you could use it to go on Google and like basically it's Google but better. That's what it is. Like you can get any definition and it's gonna speak in just like conversational tone, so you'll just understand it. You could then do the research.
Speaking to her, by the way.
Oh, you could make it speak. It speaks.
It speaks.
It speaks. Okay. I love that. So then also with that said, when it speaks, you could go and do other things. Like I can like, and I know my ChatGPT lovers out there, like, and by the way, it's people like you that make us want to be in the closet, but like, I don't care. I'm a vouch. Because I'm a vouch for my AI. Okay.
Oh my God.
I think it's like the way that you use it. You got to be careful with how you use it. But
yeah, you use it as your best friend.
No, I have two best friends.
Okay,
for that.
here's
I have real life friends.
No,
I have friends.
No, for sure. We believe you. We believe you for sure. There was one girl that I saw, this will be the last thing and then we'll wrap it up because we've been here for a while, but there was one girl that was on TikTok and she was talking about, she's like, I was going to text this guy for closure. She's like, and all my friends, they told me not to. They said, don't, like, you don't need closure. You're not going to like, it's not going to result in you feeling better. You want to get the last word in, or you want some kind of answer, or some kind of justification that's going to make you feel better. Or you want them to be like, I wish it could work, but it could, like whatever it is that you're looking for. Her friends in real life said, don't do it. She asked Chat. Chat was like, honestly,
do it.
It's mature. It's communication. It's being an adult and expressing your feelings openly and honestly. And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't suppress your emotions because socially it might not be the popular thing to do. See, look at her believing it already. Look at her stupid face being like, oh, you make points.
There's okay points in there. No, I'm joking. I don't believe in that. So closure doesn't exist.
So she messages the guy.
Bro.
She got left on red.
And then what did ChatGPT say?
I think she threw her laptop into the sun. No, I'm just joking. I don't know. But she got left on red. So remember that next time that you want to listen to
closure doesn't exist.
Next time you want to listen to Chat for something, remember that you're gonna get left on red. Okay.
Okay, well don't use it for that. You don't use it for human communication like that.
No, for
sure. That's crazy. Anyways, wrap up. This has been Cinderella Stories. I think this is one of our most crash out episodes that we've had.
For sure.
This is good. This is great. Expect more of this in 2026. And welcome back to the studio, Ashley, for 2026, because missed last week, but she's back, guys. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. Leave your thoughts, feelings, and concerns, honestly, there too. So, yeah.
Bye.
Bye.